Good morning, beautiful people. This is Jazz Ballinger, your Miracle Marriage Supper coach. And today we're going to be talking about miracles versus blessings and why God chose you. Why did God chose you for to be the candidate of this Miracle Marriage Supper, and why a little bit of why your process of waiting or standing for your God ordained spouse and standing for your marriage has been felt like a little bit of a delay. But I want to give some hope to you today, and we're going to define what is a miracle. Okay, so let's go. Miracles can be seen as a demonstration of divine power or response to a specific need or crisis. Wow. Let's read that again. Miracles can be seen as a demonstration of divine power or divine intervention or a response to a specific need or crisis. Okay, and if you look in the Bible, and as you read and study your Bible and study your word, you begin to learn that there are several different kinds of miracles that that were performed. All different kinds of miracles that God performed, and even miracles that his prophets, if you look at the Old Testament, performed. Miracles of healing, miracles of casting out uh, unclean spirits or demons, miracles of nature where nature did was not compliant to the laws of its normal routine, how nature would stop and what rain would stop or start for a prophet. I believe it was Prophet Elijah. And then you have miracles of raising the dead, miracles of blind eyes being seen. And then let us go to the first miracle that Jesus performed when he told his mother, it's not my time yet, but out of honor and respecting authority, he told the woman, which is his mother, okay, look, okay, we're going to do this. And that was at a wedding. So we see that God performed his first miracle at a wedding. And you have to understand that time, the reason why it was so important for this to happen, because in the Jewish culture, you had the marriage supper, but before the marriage supper, you had like a 7 days of festivities. That also meant that the family, the fathers of the bride or the groom rather, they were putting money in for these different celebrations, this time of making sure that there was enough wine, there was enough food, there was a place for the couple to stay. Like this was a really big deal. It wasn't just, oh, we get married and sign our license, and then um, we say we're going to get married and we sign our license, and then that's it, we have the wedding. No, there were celebrations, there was a time of planning, and there was a time of preparing a place. The Bible calls it preparing a place, where the husband would go prepare a place for the bride, and the bride would prepare and get things for the home, in creating the home a better, environment. It's just, it was a whole thing, and it took about 7 days. So a part of this was a Jesus performing the miracle was within that 7 day, and they ran out of wine, and because they have been partying and enjoying the festivities for a long period of time. So to be without wine was gonna make the family look, you know, embarrassing or poor or not prepared. And so God is going to a wedding to have fun, but the reality is he ends up performing a miracle, which was the leading up to revelations of why, when in future talks, we're going to be talking about why this end time revival requires two by two, and why God has put in you to recognize your God ordained spouse. Okay. But moving forward, yeah, but miracles um, literally are done throughout the Bible, and that is what's going to be happening for you. Now, let's define what are blessings. Miracles and blessings are not the same thing. Blessings, y'all, excuse me, my little baby in the background. Blessings can be defined as kind gestures, well being, favor, good, kind, divine favor of grace. It could be growth and prosperity. It could even be promotion. Someone saying or doing something kind for you. That is what blessings are. Blessings are really just God's goodness shining over you any given time. But a miracle is God's divine intervention. So I want to share with you, God chose you for this because he knew that your lineage, you were the person. You were the person that could handle the war, that could handle the pressure, that could handle the stance of recognizing your God ordained spouse, interceding for your God ordained spouse, praying for your God ordained spouse, fasting, seeking God, staying loyal to God. Let me tell you, in the kingdom of darkness, there is no loyalty. Hear me out. In the kingdom of darkness, there is no loyalty. Let's pause and comprehend that. There's no loyalty in the kingdom of darkness. But in the things of God, the Bible speaks about spiritual blessings according to Deuteronomy and 28. It talks about how we're to commit ourselves to the things of God. I'm sorry, it does not talk about spiritual blessings in Deuteronomy 28. It talks about us being obedient to the things of God and how what that looks like. But Paul begins to address spiritual blessings in New Testament, and those spiritual blessings are linked to Deuteronomy 28. So whenever you take the time, when God put you in this motion and told you that you're going to have a miracle marriage and that you're going to have a God ordained spouse, that the one that he called you to, I've fashioned and made them. I've built them. I've to handle the pressures of who you are, not just your calling, but the wars that come with your calling, not just the good times and the happy times and who you are, but also your personality, your quirks and things. He has literally put a radar, a tracker within your being and within your soul and also within your spouse's soul, where God is like, yes, these two are the ones that are going to help take kingdom down, that are going to be able to be the ones to represent that I'm the God that sees that they can handle the crisis. This world, thank you, excuse me, this world as we know it is about to change and shift, and there is going to be a level of a famine already, wars upon wars. It's going to happen. We are in it now. Different kinds of plagues are coming back out, different diseases are coming back out, but your person, your children are built for this type of life. It's built for it, and God used you. And look at it like this: you are a miracle. You are a miracle. If you look at your life, if you look at your whole entire life, God has been preparing you for this all along. And he just waited for the right appointed time for you to say yes to him and say, okay, now I have a person for you. All that you went through has literally built you to prepare for your person. Your person. Yes. I've prepared a person for you. I've prepared this God ordained wife. I've prepared this God ordained husband for you, because there is a moment in this history, in time, in space, leading to the end times of God, um, leading to the end times, where Jesus is saying, I need a miracle. I need some intervention. God is using your marriage to be the intervention. So you will experience, yes, you're going to have a miracle marriage, a miracle marriage. It's called, you're called, you two are called for divine interruption, divine crisis. a divine appointed time, because your light and your glory that is on your marriage is going to help save a generation. It's going to help redeem a people. It is a mystery, as Paul speaks, but it's something that it will and is being unraveled in time. And so that's why I want to urge you and encourage you to stand for your God ordained spouse from now on and until eternity. Stand and build one another up, and always remember that your marriage is a miracle. And the way God is going to bring you all together for your marriage, it's going to be a miracle. It will be unexplainable. It will be unexpected. And then along the way, guess what? Blessings will come into fruition. Blessings will come. The promotion, the home, the supernatural encounters. Well, you'll be blessed with a home. God may even have you, even for a short time, maybe you and your spouse may have to stay in dynamics of maybe another city or another country or a hotel, all of that. But the reality is your marriage has come together. Your marriage, you will be together with your spouse. So let this encourage you that yes, what God has done and what he's doing for you and your spouse, it's a miracle. You all are called to one another because there was such a crisis in you all's bloodline. There's such a crisis with the areas that you all have been called to, that it is required that God says, no, I need to do a divine intervention and call forth now for these two to come together, because they're going to take the kingdom. They're going to take heaven down to earth. They're going to subdue and dominate in their field. They're going to show what love, unconditional love, and restoration looks like in their bloodline. They're going to be the difference maker. They are my best choice for one another. They are going to partner with one another and uphold and undergird and honor one another well. I choose these two. So let this be an encouragement for you to keep persevering. And I'm glad now you know that what miracles mean versus blessings. God chose you for this. Take care.